You are now tuned in to Two Studs in a Pod with your host Blaze and Meech, a podcast with a novel perspective on life from a couple of super terrific Uber dykes, but you can call us studs. Join us this week as we play catch up with all that's been going on in the world since we've been gone. Let's get to it. Meech, drop that beat. Guard your daughters and hide your wives. Two Studs in a Pod is back, people. It's been way too long, and yet still not long enough. At least it feels like it when we've planned to do so much in our off time, and then boom, time is here again. But I'm happy to be back at it, back with the homie, back with a new look. Just a little bit of a new vibe for our third season. Hi, homie, it's been a while since we hit these mics. So what's good with you? How's life?
Man, it's been a minute. What's good, pod peeps? Missed y'all. Missed you too, Blaze, even though we talk every day. But I've been good, man. Life's been good to me. It's not snowing here anymore.
Yeah.
So that's a plus. Just been trying to do like other things in my downtime. Of course, trying to work on the new productions and stuff for us, for the Two Studs. Update the website, work on a few other things for us, and just some other things in my personal life that I wanted to tackle. Been able to look into some writing groups and got to go on a mini vacation with wifey and the kids to down to go visit my brother, which was like a vacation in itself. Like, since it's, we're in the middle of a pandemic, we didn't really want to do much, even though other states are like wide open. So stayed in the crib, and my brother has like a cool pond in the back of his crib, so we were able to fish and like cook out and just cool. Relax, just like summertime vibes. It was warm like one of the days, but the other days the weather was kind of shitty, but it was just good to be out of the city, experience that. And what else have I been up to? I don't even know. Just a lot of shit. You'll see it. It's gonna be coming to an IG page, a Twitter, a website near you sometime soon. What you been up to?
Well, same things, but new at the same time. Everything is everything. During our time off, enjoyed a birthday, another COVID related birthday. Yeah. So it's interesting, but wifey made it fun, and took me shopping, things like that, to the outlets, and I was able to grab some sneakers, and we had a nice little chill day, so it was cool to do that. And I love sneakers, so I just love the hunt. I just like going to the outlet, even if I don't end up getting anything. I'm gonna just go just to look and see if I can find that gem, that diamond in the rough.
Facts. I miss that about being down there. Like, there were just so many outlets that you could hit,
And we didn't even go to the good one because there's a better one than the one that we actually went to. And but I didn't even care. Like, I mean, I've been to that outlet 100,000 times, but the craziest part is I've been there so many times when I didn't live like down the street from it. You know what I'm saying? Basically.
Mm-hmm.
When it took me hours to get there, I went there all the time. But when I lived down the street and around the corner, I haven't been since I lived here. That was the first time.
Damn.
So.
That's wild, because we used to be on them trips like, nah, we gotta stop.
Exactly, like out the way or whatever. It don't matter. We stopping. Yes. Strange parking. That's how I knew about this one parking spot, because she wanted to park in the front. And I was like, listen, the best spot is right here. You got to go over there, do all that. And she was like, how did you know about this? I'm like, trust me, okay?
Y'all know what we've been through.
For real. Like, I've been parking over here. That's why I know. You just do this. I can't give up my tricks and tips.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I'm like, you just do this or whatever. So, that was fun. And at the same time, I've been feeling more comfortable with my new job. feeling like I'm getting into a good groove there. So hopefully it continues on that trajectory because
Mhm.
I'm trying to do things. There's a reason why I made the moves that I made. So might as well,
Right.
shoot for the stars, aim for the moon, all that.
Okay.
Um, and in getting comfortable with that, I've been able to like get a good solid workout schedule. So taking care of myself better than I have been, especially after digging that goddamn hole. And
Broke you, man.
yeah, man, trust me. So just getting back to um, my workout routines and things like that, which feels really really good. So life is good, man. Can't really complain. So this season, we thought it would be nice to change it up a little bit and take our conversations beyond the rainbow and get into more of the issues that affect us as humans while providing our unique perspectives as studs on the topics that have pleased or peeved us. So during our time off, there has been more than enough to be pleased or peeved about. So let's
Mhm.
get into it.
Mhm.
Before we get too deep into it, do want to take a moment to shout out, DMX, RIP
Yeah.
DMX.
R.I.P.
Yes.
Y.O. baby.
Man, I mean, I'm telling you, when I was in high school, I wanted to be a Rough Rider. Okay, I wanted that everything, the bandanas with the R's on it and all that.
Right.
Yeah, and
Want to ride motorcycles.
yeah, yes, or at least be around it. um, I got to meet DMX one time, and I mean, it's not like we hung out and chill or anything. But when I was in high school, I worked at the shoe store in the mall. It was a mall that
Hmm.
all the celebrities already always ran through. Avatar Mall in Miami, and he walked in to. It was only him, like the whole mall, like all the Rough Riders were in the mall at some point in time. Like the locks was downstairs in the music store. This is when they used to
Oh
have
damn.
music stores. You know what I'm saying? Like the locks was downstairs, and like Eve was somewhere in the mall at like a Macy's or something like
Damn.
that. Yeah, it's like it was
Yeah.
like one of those days because it was like a concert was in town, and so all of them were in the mall. Does that happen before? Like Goody Mob came through there, all while I worked at Champs. Like that
Oh
was,
wow. Yeah,
yeah.
that's the spot. Yeah.
I mean, everybody would go to Foot Locker, but Champs is definitely making a stop at. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mhm.
but anyway, so he came in there. He might have even been with Swizz. I can't tell you. I won't lie, just to make it sound cool. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, so I'm there in my blue uh, outfit that they had us in. And he comes in, and me and this other chick recognize who he was, and a bunch of people started recognizing who he was. And they had to close the gate, and he grabbed those Air Max 97s, all gray sway joints off the wall, and he looked at me and homegirl, and he was like, "Whoever can bring me the shoe first is who can help me." Because the boss was like, "Everybody can't help him. Somebody gotta pick." Because of course everybody left all the other customers, and they're like, "DMX, that's who I'm going for." You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So he was like, "Whoever out of me and homegirl," he was like, "Whoever could get the shoe, that's who can help him." Man, I knew exactly what that shoe was because I wanted this shoe myself. I've been
Right.
looking at them shoes. So boom, quickly got the shoe, and I went to the register. I went to the register. It was a long line. And I'm like, hey, I need to check this out. This is for DMX.
Right.
These are DMX's shoes. Okay.
DMX.
Okay. Earl Simmons, his shoes are in my hands right now. He got that and some Tim's. Like, come on. Come on, yo. He
Oh
got that and some
yeah.
Tim's. And then he gave me the money. And so I went to pay for him, and he just let me keep the change.
That's
And
dope.
that was like the greatest thing to me when I was in high
Yeah.
school. Like I was like, oh my god, it's fucking DMX, bro. Yeah, so that was dope.
Back
So
back
yeah,
then in the peak of it all, right?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
just
The
like an
height of everything.
experience. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a lifetime memory. And I even got to see him perform, which was really awesome. But that champ story right there, man, that's a
Yeah, man.
definite memory. So yeah, R.I.P. to the Dark Man.
For real.
Yes,
You will be missed.
yes. Well, so much has been going on. And another shout out that we want to give is tonight, as we are recording, is the WNBA draft.
Let's go.
About 36 to 40 young ladies will be living out their dream of being drafted into the WNBA and becoming professional basketball players. So that is very, very dope, especially after
Yeah,
just watching the NCAA tournament.
yeah.
Did you get a chance to catch any of the games from the tourney?
Nah, I didn't catch any of the games, unfortunately. I usually try to be up on my sports, but lately I haven't been into it too much. But I did see that foolishness, that post about the weight rooms.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that was horrible. That was crazy. I was like, how the disparity there is just so blatant. It's crazy that
yeah,
they would not even think that there was something wrong with that. Like the gym that they offered these women weren't even. I mean, wasn't even sorry comparable to like a hotel
yeah.
gym. You know what I'm saying?
It was OD disrespectful.
Yeah, it's very, very. But you mean in the meantime, they still did their thing. Like if you're a
Yeah.
basketball person, like if basketball is
Hmm.
your sport, then watching them play is something beautiful because I haven't been able to watch the women's game in a while, but watching them ball and the way that they pass and even just shoot, like they think the game so much that it's just great to watch women play basketball. And I even got the whole house was watching the game.
Oh,
You know
that's
what I'm
what's up.
saying? Yeah. And they're not usually trying to be down with the sports, but
Yeah.
yeah, definitely everybody was into it because it was the girls. You know what I'm saying? And we picking teams and rooting against.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds fun. That sounds like fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was dope. It was dope. Yeah, but I know something that I know you saw going on was a spring break situation. This happened
Oh
like
yeah.
earlier in Miami.
Oh, Miami.
Yes.
Yeah, man. I was shocked and appalled, to say the least. It's like, why are all these people in my city, even though I'm not there anymore? It was just crazy. Like spring break. I don't know that I've ever seen South Beach like that for anything that wasn't like an event going on. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah,
Like,
but I mean, spring break is kind of like an event. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
still, at
but
the
it's
same
also
time,
a
it's not like a
pandemic going on
well,
too.
yeah, well. I mean, they were out there. I don't know if they were out there in Miami, but I think they were in like Tampa or something like that last year. There was a
Oh,
lot
they
of
were.
yeah, it was like a lot of people, and they were like, "Well, we paid all this money. We're coming because some of them buy packages and do all these things
Uh,
so far ahead of time. Like if I paid all this money in December, and you're telling me now in March that I can't
yeah,
go on this trip, like
especially
I don't
broke
know,
college kids, but
right?
still, it was a whole lot of COVID and other things probably being spread about and being brought back to your respective city. You know what I mean? Like, I
I
get
mean,
it. We're all tired of being in the house and want some fun, but like we're almost there, y'all. Not a fucking mask in sight.
not a mask in sight.
It's like, come
Just
on.
wild, and I mean, just what I was like, yo, how can we not even just at least wear the mask? But at the same time, I mean, uh, I don't know, the mask thing is people are getting tired of it. You know what I'm saying? They just want to go back to living their life, and
Yeah, but you can't get tired of it. You know what I mean? Like COVID's still a thing, but it's just like, like I don't know. HIV still a thing, but you still have niggas out here.
doing their things
Not,
exactly,
so
exactly.
the only difference is that COVID spreads easier and you could infect anybody just from breathing. So
Yeah,
I don't
well,
know. Whatevs.
I don't
I
know.
wasn't in Miami, so I'm good.
uh, yeah, another something. I mean, this is something that just like really peeved me that I uh, heard, listened to while we were on our break is I don't know, Cynthia Erivo.
Hmm.
You know, you know who that is? She was Harriet Tubman in the Harriet movie.
Um, I have to look her up, but yeah, I think I know who she is.
Yeah, and she's been in other things, but that's probably her most well known thing right now. Anyway, she was
Oh
on the
yeah.
Breakfast Club for something new that she's doing, and
Okay.
it's something that just struck me as funny and like weird. I don't know. It maddened, it peeved my little stud heart, I guess. Was that she was asked about her relationship with Lena Waithe, right? And there was
Mhm.
always rumors that she was the force behind the drama that happened with Lena Waithe and her wife.
Oh.
And so when she was asked about her, instead of just being like, even if that's true, like even if that shit is true, which we all know is definitely possible, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Um, Even if it's true, you don't have to be like, yeah, we were fucking. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
you don't have to be like that. You can say, yes, we're friends. You know what I mean? Yes, we're good
Yeah.
friends. Yes, I know her. But the way she acted, like she just didn't even want to acknowledge that she knew her. I don't know. It just
Damn.
threw me off. It threw me off a little bit. But I see that they're working on something now. They just announced something, or they're working on something. So I
Her
guess
and Lena Waithe?
yes, and somebody
And she
else is
hit her
saying.
with the Mariah? I don't know her? Come on now. That's disrespectful.
So yeah, I don't know, but it just struck me away. Maybe it was just me.
No, I'll listen and let you know.
Yeah, bro. What y'all got going on up there in New York?
Um, so something that has pleased me and about New York is that we are legalizing adult use of marijuana.
Oh yeah,
Kudos to New York. You know what I
oh yeah,
mean?
big
Big things
claps.
are going on. It's a nice change from the administration not following up on what they said during the election.
I
But
know that's fucked. That's definitely some shit that's got me peeved, bro.
yeah,
Is
yeah,
like
because I'm sure that was in a lot of our minds when we were voting for them.
right, like you talking this talk when it's and so
Mm-hmm.
I did my part. Now
Right
it's
now
time for
we
you to
need y'all
walk
to
the walk, and
exactly
you trying to slip in the cracks and wiggle out of this and that, and the
right.
scheming. This is what turns everybody off
Mm-hmm.
from you know wanting to
Wanted to vote, wanted to
yeah,
be involved in
yeah,
politics because y'all full of shit.
exactly.
Yeah,
So
but yeah. I mean, New York is doing something good. I'm happy about that because I don't know if y'all know, but I do have the medical marijuana card. So I felt like but like the nurse practitioner was trying to hold over my head, like if I don't start a certain treatment, um then she's not going to renew my medical marijuana card. And I'm like, you can't force me to take medication that's experimental. Like, how are you trying to hold that over me? Like, I felt some type of way about that. So I was like, all right, whatever. I still go to my plug anyway.
like,
Like,
what kind of
this was,
kidnapping
yeah,
shit is?
yeah. Like, this was just in case I got pulled over or some shit like that. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So I'm happy about that now. So like, I don't even have to worry about that. But what's kind of shitty is that like some counties and some towns can opt out of legalizing it. So like the town I grew up in, they're opting out. And I read that shit and I was like, "Oh, I'm glad I moved." Like
Mm,
for like that's so dumb, you know what I mean? Like it comes down like why not? You know what I mean? So when I drive past this border, it's illegal, but once I get to the other side of town, I'm good cuz it's legal again. Like just causing more problems, you know what I mean? Like and then why not collect that money?
that's what
Use
I
it
never
towards,
understood. Like you see what
taxes
kind
and
of
shit.
funding?
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
And the taxes in that town that I grew up in, the school taxes alone are ridiculous. Like that's part of the reason why we left because we don't have no fucking kids in school. Why are we paying this much money in taxes? Like why not legalize that shit? Let the little bodegas or whatever sell or whatever. You know what I mean? Collect the tax money and pay for the fucking kids after school activities and extracurricular shit. You know what I mean? Why are you taking money from us?
yes,
It's ridiculous. But
yes. I know. Trust me.
uh,
I'm paying school tax. I will never have kids. I'll pay for them to go to school.
yeah, it's wow. But overall, it's a good look for New York. We'll get there. These little towns and shit like that, we'll get there eventually. But On that note, I was on while we're talking about weed, I had came across a story about this American who is currently detained in Dubai for having weed in his system.
What?
Yeah, man. That shit had me bugging because the dude like had proof that he was in Vegas like 3 days before his trip or whatever. And you know, Vegas weed is legal. So he did his thing in Vegas. He goes to Dubai. He ends up going to the hospital or some shit for something. And they urine test him and they found marijuana in his urine. And it's like trace amounts. So you could tell it wasn't current. They didn't find him buying anything over in Dubai, nothing. It's just he did something legal, like smoked weed in the United States in Las Vegas where it's legal,
Mm,
flew to Dubai, went like for health reasons to the hospital. They tested his urine for like cuz they test I think for everything.
mm.
They found trace amounts and now he's facing up to 3 years in prison in Dubai.
That's nuts, bro.
What that shit is crazy. You can't even go to Dubai. Like I couldn't go to Dubai at all because that shit seeping through my pores. You know what I mean? Like on a daily basis. Like
That's
that's
crazy.
crazy.
I was worried about going to the hospital when I was in Jamaica for my thumb. Look, I can't
Mm,
even imagine like if
yeah.
if I went to, and I'll never be able to go to the hospital in another country.
Okay. That shit that it had me throwed because like I don't need like they're like depriving him of his medication that he needs in general too. So
Nah,
he's assed out, man.
nah, good on that.
Yeah.
Mm. Something I thought was funny, even though it kind of came out of left field, but it was still funny to me. Was this Quavo and Saweetie?
Oh, so weedy.
Like this whole "Take It Back to Bentley" thing, and then
Yeah.
so then he puts a lyric in the song, and now she got a little video with a Bentley key. Like, okay, what's going on here, kids? But
Oh man,
it
these
just made
children.
it made me think about like, have you ever taken back something like from a relationship?
Um, I'm pretty petty, so I know. I think I told the story like one Christmas I returned all my ex's shit that I bought her.
What?
Yeah, like we had just broken up, but it was a possibility we would get back together. So my petty ass, I took pictures of all the shit that was wrapped because it was still at my house. So I took pictures of myself unwrapping it
Oh,
and showing her everything that she was about to get, and then went and returned it.
oh hell
I
no!
think I ended up coming to your house that Christmas.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and then I think we went out, and I think I bought myself like some sneakers or something with the money.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah,
The pettiest thing I ever did was I took like the groceries and shit I had bought. I was like, yeah,
yeah.
ain't, ain't no next motherfucker eat my rice. Okay, this is
Okay.
my rice.
Yo, that's true, bro. I never thought about that. Like, I'm not feeding the next nigga.
Yeah, what
That's
the fuck?
wow.
I mean, I was young, so I really thought like that. Now I just be like, yeah, let that motherfucker eat my crumbs. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
yeah, it was. Back then it was like, you ain't nobody else eat my rice. That's my rice. But
Yeah.
yeah, bro. So that's probably my moment. I mean, I don't think I had anything big like that to ever take back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not buying nobody no Bentleys,
yeah. Well, come on now. That's for sure.
even if I'm a millionaire.
Yes. And it's in other sad news. There's all these
Oh.
damn mass shootings that have been
Oh yeah.
happening. Like
That's got me
on
triggered.
some real shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
like literally. It's crazy that people think that they gotta have this kind of firepower or to like just take people out like this. Like the one that was
Yeah.
the football player. That's come on, that's gotta be CTE or some shit like that.
Mhm.
But it's just what's going through your mind to think like that. That's why I mean I'm all for the Second Amendment. You know what I mean? But I also think that we need to realize that certain things were written and done because of their limitations at the time.
Yeah.
You know,
We
so
need to get up to date with the times. Like, there's no reason for people to walk around with AK-47s in
right,
everyday life. That's not like we're not at war.
Like, show me the deer that needs to be put down with one of those things.
Right. I need to see. I need to see that with my own two eyes.
Because there's got to be some kind of like Godzilla, King Kong, Hulk type deer.
Right.
Like, what you talking about, man? That's what it's crazy to me that people feel the need to have that kind of firepower against other people. You know, against other humans.
Right.
Like,
Against, yeah, it's just a
that's what they're really
person.
doing it for. Yeah, like that's what they're really doing it for, is to protect themselves against other humans. Because it's not like the zombies aren't coming down to
Right.
like.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we're not fighting zombies, bro. Like, it's a person. Like, you can't. I don't know.
Yeah, well, not everybody has the same kind of thoughts, I guess.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah. One good thing that I'm extremely pleased about is that our first episode of this season is happening on the glorious day of 420.
Pew, 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 pew.
Speaking of the Mary Jazane, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't know about you. I mean, obviously it's a Tuesday and I'm a whole grown up out here, but it's also Taco Tuesday. So
Taco Tuesday.
it's definitely some taco eating. It's going to be going down.
Yes. We've been preparing for this.
So I hope everybody is, partaking in the partakeable of the holiday as they listen to
Tuning in.
this.
Yep.
And they're preparing some nice tacos to
Tune in and tune up.
Yeah. So, tacos, happy 420, happy Taco Tuesday. It was definitely
Happy
a
Two
match.
Studs Return Tuesday.
It was definitely a match made in heaven for all of these things to be put together in one place at one time.
Big facts.
Big facts. Into the smoke now.
Let's get wild.
It's a wild world we live in. Don't believe us? You obviously haven't spent any time on the internet. What's even more scary are some of the questions we've come across from others seeking advice. Luckily for them, we're here to be their guides. This week's question is, you ever thought about someone you had sex with in the past and said, I really didn't care about myself during that time in my life?
Yep. There's a couple of motherfuckers.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
I really didn't care about myself. And it's sad.
So sad.
It wasn't a bad time. Like, they weren't bad people. They just weren't the right people.
Yeah. They were not for me.
At all.
Mm-mm. It happens to the best of us, though.
Yeah. And then, there's sometimes that it's, you're thinking with the wrong side of your brain.
Definitely did a lot of that.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, a little bit too much sometimes.
Yeah.
But,
damn, that's sad. Poor young me. I'm so glad that we've grown.
Yes, but we did have fun, though. That is for sure.
Facts.
I keep thinking, like, damn, I did that? That's crazy.
But... yeah, I think about that, too, about some of the shit you tell me. My life wasn't as wild.
I'm like, was my life really wild? Like, I guess sometimes I think I'm like, that's not normal. People don't do that, but I guess. And on that note, we're going to end the show here. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Two Studs in a Pod. Wonder what Two Studs life is like behind the scenes? Follow Meech on IG at the Homie Meech and on Twitter at Homie Meech. And myself at its.me.blaze on IG and itsmeblaze2 on Twitter for a personal look into our lives and super terrific Uber daddies. Got a question only a stud can answer? Email us at twostudsinapod@gmail.com. That's TWOstudsinapod@gmail.com for our best studly advice. Don't forget to check out our site, twostudsinapod.com, where you can find our latest episodes and more. We're also proud to announce that Two Studs in a Pod is now available on iHeart and YouTube, bitches. Can't find us on your favorite app for podcasts? Let us know. Gratitude is always an attitude, so we want to say thank you for lending us your ear.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in.
And we're back.